Hey everybody, I'm Jen.
And I'm Jennifer Rose.
And we have a guest today. Call me Claire. This is Amy. And this is another episode of Creepy Encounters with GGP. We'll see you here in a few seconds. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Boo Things. How's everybody doing tonight?
Hey.
Don't forget we are live, so you can. And we already got Adam and Creepy Cute Mama in the house.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Adam.
And again, just letting you guys know, I cannot see the comments, so Jennifer Rose will have to read them out for me.
Yes, so
or
start pulling it up if I am not responding, because then I just probably like ADHD got distracted. You guys know. I'm ready to try not to distract. Like in the 30 seconds, I can never manage to share the link, which is why I gave myself the 30 seconds. That's why I do the 30 seconds and then never am I able to do it.
You sound like me.
Right? I think we have the same.
Hey, Andy and Randy.
It must be mediumship thing. Why can I not tag you? Okay, so that's shared out, and then I'm going to share it in the... Nope, that's not shared out.
Okay. Well, Amy.
That's why I'm doing this.
Tell us about yourself.
My name's Amy Markward. I own and operate Call Me Clair out of Wharton, Texas. I am a psychic medium. I provide tarot readings. I provide mediumship. I put on weekend paranormal adventures where we come to places like this, the Texas Jailhouse in Palestine, Texas, and we investigate and we hang out for a weekend together. I also put on events like Parapalooza with my sidekicks, Robbie Brown with Unknown Ventures and Tracy Mays with Wandering Soul Paranormal. I do energy work. I've got my hands in all the pots, I feel like.
I mean, it really does sound like it. You got a lot going on, but I'm sure you wouldn't have it any other way.
I really wouldn't. It's so much fun. Like, I feel so freaking grateful to be able to live the life that I live today.
It really is amazing.
It is. I never thought that I'd be living the way that I do. I am legit living my dream. That's awesome. It's fantastic.
That's amazing.
Great. You're a busy woman.
Yeah, girl. It's awesome, though. I love being busy.
So speaking of, where are you right now?
I am, well, I'm at Texas Jailhouse. Jeremy Jans is sitting next to me, making sure that my technology is super fantastic. But I'm in Palestine, Texas. And what room is this?
Oh, it's
a creepy one.
Yeah, it's a room in our haunted house.
Yeah, they just finished with their haunted house here. So they've still got some stuff going on. I was like, hey, yeah, this is awesome. Set me up. Beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah.
Right.
In the what?
This is the cage jail cell area.
Oh, fantastic. Cage jail cell.
It looks absolutely amazing.
It's a
Yeah,
good ambiance.
right?
Yeah, it is, right? I feel like I'm underwater.
I need some lights like that. I have this background because like the green screen because it's just absolutely horrible. I'm like I have a green screen. That's it.
I told y'all earlier, y'all would have been seeing my pillows in the Clair mobile if I hadn't come back inside. So this is an upgrade, no doubt.
It's amazing.
Thanks.
So, and then that goes into my next question. So, mobile, do you stay in that when you travel or?
In the Clair mobile?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a real issue with spending the night in places where I investigate. I and this may be like a crime for other investigators, but first and foremost, I always say like I'm a 37-year-old woman trapped in a 94-year-old body. Like, sister has a bedtime. I'm usually the first one to tap out. That and like it can get so overwhelming for me.
Yeah.
Staying in a place, I can't sleep, and I got to get this booty sleep, y'all. So I tug the Clair mobile around, and I bring my little twin mattress, and it's like my sacred space, and I just like freaking zen out in there.
That's pretty awesome. I think we can relate to that because I don't know when's the last time we actually slept the location was.
I mean, we try, but nothing
We
lets
don't.
us sleep.
Yeah. we just can't sleep, so we can relate to that.
Yeah, I like to have the separate space to go back to and to like do grounding and meditate and like come back center. So I really don't know how people do it, like staying the night in places they investigate.
That's a good question because yeah, we don't spend the night. I mean, technically, we don't sleep.
I mean, we
I've
do
never
try.
slept. We try, but I've never actually slept at a location.
No, I've gotten like maybe like 2 hours collectively.
I'll
Like
lay there
they're
with
scattered.
my eyes closed and like rest my body, but I'm not asleep.
I guess that's yeah.
Man, that is for sure. Which one of y'all posted on like Instagram or Facebook? I think it was one of y'all that posted something about like the investigation hangover.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was on our GGP page. Yeah, we call it para.
That'd be me. I'm the one who posted that one. That
Yeah.
paranormal hangover. It's real.
Yeah, that's legit.
Drain
Yeah,
energy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a paranormal.
I think it would
Paranormal
be even
hangover.
worse.
Yeah, sometimes it is because it takes days to get over para hangover. Yeah, it's a thing. It's an absolute thing.
Adam, energy work. I've got some questions for you next time we work together. Hell yeah, man. Ask away.
Yeah, but yeah, see, Adam says
Para
it's called para
hangover.
hangover. It's an absolute thing. So, Amy, how did I've asked you all these questions before, right? But I want to, of course, ask in the interview, how did you get to this place? How did you come into your calling?
Hey, can y'all give me 1 second? I'm
Well, you're
having
first.
an issue with my internet.
No, it's okay.
You seem to be good now. Like I
Thanks,
finally saw
yeah.
you moving. You were stopped.
I know.
Yeah. Yep. No. everyone else frozen, or is it just me? Okay.
Oh no. No, so while Amy's dealing with that,
Yay.
you got it?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear you. Thank you, Jeremy. He's the wizard. He's the man behind the curtains.
You just stop touching things.
I know.
Let him sit a little farther back and let him just like sit closer too.
I know. Man, I'll stop. I'll stop touching things now. Okay, I'm so sorry. What was your question?
No, that's okay. So how did you come to where you are now? How did you come into your calling? Where did it all start for you?
Oh, you want the short version of it?
I guess.
It took a lot to get here, actually. I didn't realize what was happening when I was a kid, but I was always terrified in the dark at home. I could always see like figures like outside my door, passing across or like watching me from the corner, and I felt like I had to pull the blankets up over my head to feel any kind of safe.
Mhm.
It was, I didn't know what to call it. There wasn't ever any education about it. I grew up in a really religious household. Things like that are discouraged. I always thought there was like a burglar in the house. Somebody's watching me. Somebody's going to come and take me. And so it started like that. Those are my earliest memories with like the paranormal and mediumship and whatnot. Growing up, I kind of dipped into it in high school, but then it was like playing with Ouija boards and stupid stuff like that. In, as a kid, not
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like willy nilly. Hey, who wants to chitty chat? So after I moved out of the house and started coming into my own, I would get things every now and then that would always be accurate. But I always just pushed it to the side. I always, especially the mediumship, that's, and God forbid I pick up a tarot deck. Oh my gosh, y'all. Like, those are the devil's cards. And
I still have such a hard time with all of it.
Really?
Like, yeah, I do. I still have such a hard time with all of it because of how I was raised and so yeah, I still have a hard time.
I had to work through a lot of things to get to where I am. It was a lot of soul searching. It was a lot of taking everything that I had been taught and evaluating and just digging deeper. What is it that I believe? What does my higher power look like? Is my higher power going to send me straight to hell in a handbasket because I'm giving healing messages through tarot? Like that just didn't make any sense.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. So, there were a lot of things that I had to deal with. Not only that, but I'm 9 years sober as a recovering addict and alcoholic. And there was a lot of that I had to work through. And man, when I started working on that stuff and really clearing the debris, the emotional debris and getting healthy and well, I mean, my abilities like explosions. And then it was after my daddy died that I really started contacting spirit. So,
well, because I was thinking when you were saying that you struggled with, those things. I don't know what the YouTube rules are. So. But when you struggle with those things, with the, alcoholism and stuff, do you think that you got into that as a form of suppression?
Absolutely.
So then
I
once
mean,
you started processing out of it, it's like a big giant
yeah,
box that burst.
yeah, it's like a cloud. An entire fog was removed from my eyes. It literally felt like I had windshield wipers over my eyeballs, and like slowly but surely the fog was being removed. So yeah, I mean, anything that can alter the mind, when used as a coping mechanism, a coping tool, yeah, I find that for me, I can only speak for myself, that it absolutely suppressed all of the gifts, everything.
Yeah. No, I believe it.
So at what age did you finally go, okay, I accept it, and it finally just all came at you?
Oh man.
Because I'm having trouble right now. I'm 35.
I was 34.
Yeah, I'm going through a lot of shit right now. So
That's what it
yeah.
takes, sister.
So yeah, I think everything's finally hitting on me, and I have a hard time myself. Like maybe you can read me while we're here as a thing, but I've been having a hard time with, being skeptical of myself. I am very, very harsh on myself. Extremely harsh.
Yeah.
I will blow everything that comes to mind, everything that pops in my head, every thought, every sound, I'll blow it off.
In my experience, that is completely normal. Completely normal. I mean, because where does this shit come from?
Exactly. Yeah. And where does it end when you're like, okay, am I crazy? So, I've been trying to accept it as I was growing up since I was a kid, and now I'm here at 35 and I'm still like very, very skeptical of myself. And more has been happening at this age than any other age, and I'm getting overwhelmed, you might say, because I didn't get a chance to meet you when we were in Cleveland, Texas, but Jennifer Rose did. But I
socialized.
Don't even start. I socialized as well. Dark side paranormal. If you're listening, who spoke to you? Who went to your tent? So, don't even try. I came out of my box.
Met them at that point.
No.
Oh my gosh.
We met them. I went back to their little table. I even got myself a shirt. Went back.
She did. She
followed their socials. I came out of my little box.
Good for you.
That's difficult. It's very difficult.
I hear you. So I think that's totally normal. I mean, really and truly. And the thing that I compare it to is like, am I a fraud? I mean, really,
right?
Am I a fraud? And that's something that also, like, to this day, I still work on. Validation is really what helps with that, what has helped me with that. But, and I don't know what I can say on YouTube. So I'll try and clean it up.
I know.
I mean, you can cuss, I think. Yeah.
You can cuss, but I know you can't say things like self, the harming and the,
Okay. I'll try
murder,
keep it clean. Man, this is gonna be harder than I thought. So I always compare, especially mediumship, to being in front of a crowd of people and being completely in the nude.
Oh, okay, anxiety. I got that.
It's the most vulnerable thing
anxiety.
I've ever done.
I feel like that's why I'm so afraid, and like I'm like constantly having those nightmares where you're naked in front of people, like all of a sudden you're naked at school or something, or you're like I'm always naked in front of people in
Yeah.
my dreams. That's probably
It's
why.
vulnerable to a whole nother degree.
Yeah. Creepy cute mama, do you ever have trouble concentrating on conversations with other people if you can feel/see something trying to come through for or about them?
Yes, especially if yes, especially if I don't have like proper boundaries in place to protect myself. So what I do is I turn all the way off. Like here, I turn all the way off so that I can fully be present in this moment, or else like I'm going to have a whole gaggle of spirit, like trying to come through and whatnot. And I would be all over the place and not, I think lots of ADHD is like misdiagnosed for psychic abilities. I don't know. That's just me
I
though.
think so too.
Yeah. So yeah, the answer is yes. I just have to protect myself really well. Oh, but what I was gonna say was the fraud thing. I compare it to the being in front of people completely nude. That it is that vulnerable, especially when I first started. But the more that I allowed myself to be vulnerable and opened up, and the more validation I got from people, I just practiced. I got my girlfriends and I practiced with them. And then I got to this point where, okay, I can practice on two people at the same time, mediumship. And then I practiced on like a whole family.
Oh, wow.
And like I spent like, I don't even know what time was. And that it was like I was in a whole nother dimension, and it was just channeling for hours with this family sitting in front of me. And it's just about trusting,
Yeah.
learning how to trust yourself, learning how to trust whatever higher power it is that you believe in. And like, I am a vessel for only healing messages, only for messages for people's best and highest good with the best intentions. And they come through. They always come through.
Yeah. So you talk about, shutting yourself off. So how do you shut yourself off? Do you have like a specific method? And if you do, how did you learn that method?
I did a lot of research. I started doing this by myself. Like I didn't have community for a long time. So I did a lot of research. I watched a lot of videos. I read a lot of books. About channeling, about psychic abilities. So many freaking books. And I practiced. I practiced my butt off.
Well, it definitely shows. It definitely shows. I have trouble because I know that there's research to be done, but I have trouble with that because I cannot read a paragraph without having to go back and read it several times before I completely understand it. Because that's how bad my ADHD is.
What about audiobooks? Have you tried those?
I can do audiobooks if I'm like in my car, but again, I will still have to go back and listen to it several times before I get the whole picture. So it's fun.
How about videos? Like when you're on YouTube or whatever, do you do okay with watching videos?
Yeah, I do find that I can watch YouTube videos.
I would suggest that then. If reading is not the thing for you and you know it, set it to the side. If listening to an audiobook is not your jam, set that shit to the side and do what works for you. I mean, that's all you can do. Like, help yourself.
Right? Like, it has to start somewhere. Start your gingins.
Yeah, because Jennifer Rose has been taking classes, so she's good in person too.
Yes, I have been taking a mediumship class. There's a wonderful, wonderful lady here in San Antonio that started a free mediumship class where we get together once a month and just she walks us through meditation where we ground ourselves and open ourselves. And it's been really, really awesome. And that's been helping me a lot. And then, of course, when we're around each other, we're not judging each other. So it's not, we can just say what we're thinking and then have it validated. So
It's a safe space, it sounds
it's
like.
a safe space. Yeah, it's a safe space
Yeah.
because we're all working towards the same goal. We're all working on it. We're all like some of us, some are, you know, at a higher level than others, but we're all still we're there for a reason. We're all wanting to work on it.
Yeah, that makes all the difference in the world. Like the community aspect is where it's at. Like finding support is where it's at. Getting people who are like-minded to be around with open hearts and open minds. I mean, I can't stress that enough. When I finally found a community, I looked around and I was like, holy crap, there are other people like me.
Yeah.
Other people like me. And, you know, that's what I feel so passionate about with especially Parapalooza is creating that community for people like us, for paranormal investigators and people who just walk in off the street who may never have heard about investigating or the paranormal or spirit or tarot or whatever otherwise for
Or they
whatever
have and it
reason.
scares them.
Yeah.
Or
the
they have heard of
education
it
is
or it
key.
scares them because the lack of education. Exactly. That's one of our
Exactly.
main goals is the education, because let's stop calling people who can see and hear things crazy. Let's stop
Yeah.
doing that.
Crazy
You
or
know?
like the devil's right hand man.
Yeah, crazy, or you must be possessed, or you must be the devil must be after you, or some, you know, just these wild ideas of
Yeah.
things that are not true because
Yeah.
things have been over exaggerated.
Yes. It's just the there's no education, and I think there's finally, I mean, especially with technology now and social media, people are able to, you know, look things up now if they have questions or watch this, because there is everything under the sun on YouTube and on other platforms. And so for us to be able to hold this space here is phenomenal. Like somebody is going to come across this video who has never experienced anything paranormal, who has never known anything about mediumship, and like maybe they learn something.
Exactly.
You know, maybe something touches them. Maybe they ask just one more question.
Yep. And that's why we do it. I mean, that and you know, it's fun, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
fun.
all.
It's time that we get to set aside and talk with friends but you know, the main reason that we do it is for that. But yes, so creepy cute mama, can y'all share this person's name? So yes, Emily Valdez. She runs the Witch Project. She's been a speaker with at Paranormal Fest. So look up the Witch Project, and then you'll see under her events the mediumship. So
On
definitely find
Facebook.
us on Facebook. Join. Everybody's welcome. We like meet once a month at the Hidrogo Library. I think it is. It is like right off 1604. So it's really awesome.
That's the Witch Project on Facebook.
Yes, the Witch Project. But yeah, it's been amazing. It's been a journey. But yeah, it's just like your story is so similar to mine, and it gives me a lot of encouragement because it is so similar that, you know, if I work on it, if we work on it, then, you know, I can be like you. I'm just kidding.
I'm glad that it does. You know, I think that it's so important to even talk about the things that are difficult to talk about, maybe like, you know, being in recovery and, you know, trauma and stuff like that. And I think it's so important because when we don't talk about those things, there might be somebody who believes that they're alone in something. And when we're able to have conversations, even the hard conversations, you know, like I'm here to help. My life is to be of service, you know, and to help people heal and to heal myself first and foremost, and then so that I can give away what I have.
Yeah. That's amazing. So I did also hear that you do retreats.
Yeah. Yeah. So, my business partner and I, her name is Inga Antine. She runs the Angleton Meditation Studio out of Angleton, Texas. She's so brilliant and so amazing. And we co-own Lorraine Antine. And so we put on these spiritual women's retreats that are like life-changing. I mean, for me anyway. I mean, I get just as much out of them as the other women do, and they are healing. We love to create space for especially women. It's been so far to come together in a safe space, in a safe container, and be open and be vulnerable. There are so many of us who grew up not trusting other women. And
Yes.
and women are backstabbers. When this is what people have said, women are backstabbers. I can't trust other women or whatever. With like people have legit women trauma.
Yeah.
And it comes a lot from the mother wound. And so we create these safe spaces for these women to come together in community, and we just hold space for each other. And Inga and I put on workshops. And so we're learning at the same time. The women that attend are learning at the same time. And we offer our, you know, energy work or tarot or mediumship or whatever. And golly, the first one, we even had vendors. It was so much fun. So much fun. But yeah, we travel to different places and we put on spiritual women's retreats, and I'll let y'all know when the next one is if you want to come.
If you need a sound healer, Miss Jen's certified.
Are you really?
I am a certified sound healer.
That's what Inga does. She does these like sound baths in her studio, and it
just takes you out of your body.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, I didn't know that about you.
Yes, she is.
I love that.
But that's definitely something
I'm a very introvert person. So.
Yeah, people wouldn't know unless I told them, because she's not going to.
You know what? I'm going to stick around until you divulge everything, okay?
I feel like we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Like we'll get there.
I'm working on it.
Crack her open like.
I'm a patient woman, okay? Little by slowly, we'll get there. It's all good.
It only took me 35 years. We can do it.
I'll tell you, when I was 34, I mean, shit got real. Shit got real. And like, hang on to your pantaloons, because if you're going through the shit if you're going through it, like these are just, I started looking at things like these are just opportunities for growth. Like,
Yeah.
how can I grow from this? What is the universe trying to show me about myself, really? And, you know, if I make mistakes along the way, how can I do it differently next time? How can I grow from this? It's all about evolution. And that's how we tap more into our abilities as well.
Exactly. Yeah, when I was like 20, I was like, I was 28 or 29, and unbeknownst to me, because I wasn't, you know, into everything back then, I had an awakening, and I feel like it's happening again. And I'm like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
Back then, I was like a single mom living in my own little place, and it was like I had time to be. I would be by myself during time periods, and so I had time to cry and process and do all of that by myself. And now it's like this should be fun because I'm never by myself.
It's
That's
just
the feeling.
it's the evolution. Like, okay, I got past it when I was single and on my own, and fantastic. And then spirit goes, ooh, time to upgrade.
Yep.
And here you are. Now you're married, right?
Now I'm married, and I have a 2-year-old on top of my, you know, his girls and my teenagers. So we have teenagers and and a 2-year-old, and and we both work from home too. So
okay,
we're both home all day.
That's evolution at its finest, I feel like. Patient with a saint.
Yeah, for sure. So it's been fun. Yeah. But I also, because it's so scary, right? I pump the brakes, like whoa. And so I have a hard time kind of just letting it happen.
An awakening?
Yeah, like I can feel it coming, so I'm like, oh wait, let's dial
How's that
back.
working?
And, it's exhausting. I'm very exhausted.
I was like, you're allowed to pump the brakes,
and
it's hitting me. It's just hitting me.
We'll see what happens is you get very tired and you start to shut down.
No.
So like it's still happening, but like I am the zombie.
She thinks that she has some kind of control over her situation, but guess
like,
what?
Wait a minute. I was like, I was not told this. Where are my brakes?
Well, but no, like haven't I not been a little bit like secluding myself lately?
I think we both have. Yeah, but you more, maybe. I mean, I don't even know because I'm also secluding myself. So, like, I can't tell if you're away from me or if I'm away from you too much.
We're both. No,
it's just both of us. Okay.
That's happening a lot in the collective right now. Like the hermiting, the self-isolation, the going inward.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just went through it too. I'm just now starting to come out of it. But it's like the upgrading. It's the evolution. You know, it's the how is it called? Like I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at all my relationships. I'm looking at all of my situations, and I'm just kind of observing them and seeing what comes of it. I mean, that's what I've been doing lately.
That's exactly what I've been doing. Oh
I mean, it's happening for a lot of us.
Okay, cool. That makes me feel better.
See, it's like when people talk about this stuff, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm not alone. I'm not going crazy. Yeah, you're not.
I might be going a little bit crazy. I don't know.
No, girl, you're gonna be all
I
right.
might be.
No, you're just hearing the voices.
It's not even just Claire audience. It's way
Okay.
more than that.
Well, what's happening? Let's
Yeah.
talk about it.
Please.
So I've been hearing spirits since I was a kid, and once in a while I'll see things, shadow figures, ghosts here and there. But it's always sporadic. It's here and there.
Mhm.
Lately, it has not been here and there. It's been daily, every day, all day, every day. I saw my dead cat walk by when I was in the kitchen, and I was like, shit, okay. And then I was talking to my grandmother today, and she was there, and I was like, crap, okay. So I got up and I walked off because I couldn't handle it at this moment. It's just too soon for me right now. So yeah, everything, every day, everywhere right now, it has just hit me all at once like a brick house fell on me.
Yeah.
Because all my life it's been here or there. Once in a while, it'll come to me if it comes. If they want to talk to me, they'll talk to me. But now it's like, we need to talk to you. Everyone at once, right now, in this moment, needs to talk to you. We also need to show ourselves, and you need to see us. So yeah, it has been overwhelming.
Overwhelming.
It's intense.
It's been very, very intense lately.
So how are you helping yourself?
I cuss a lot now.
By cussing and ignoring everything.
I've been like, no, not right now. Shut the fuck up. I'll walk off. And I'm like,
I told her, if you keep
you did
telling
not-
them that, it's not gonna stop. You gotta let it.
It doesn't, but they're like, they're kind of like, oh, she's in a mood. And then I'll walk off or I'll go do something else. I don't know what to do right now, honestly. Just a lot of cussing.
I mean, it sounds to me like you're doing exactly what you need to do in any given moment.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, if I'm being honest, I don't know what's really going on with me right now. But it's a lot, and it's hitting me all at once, and I'm very overwhelmed, and it's been like this for a couple of weeks now, I would say. Even more so now, I guess.
Do you ask questions? Or are you just like, nope, I'm not available?
Well, sometimes I'm like, what do you need? What do you want? I'm blunt to spirits. What's going on? What do you need? Can I help you? Who are you trying to talk to? What are you looking for? Like, what are you doing in this spot? It's a new house. Are you on this land?
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. But then it's also when I go out of the house, stuff like that.
Yeah. When I go out of the house, it creates a lot of anxiety, especially when lots of people are around. You ought to see me in the grocery store. I'm like, I got a trail of dust behind me. I am like hightailing it all over that grocery store. So
I do curbside now.
Yeah, she don't even go in.
I don't go in now.
That's a good idea. But practicing placing boundaries, energetic boundaries, could be helpful. And then also, have you ever tried like automatic writing?
I haven't done that in a few years because I was like, whoa. When I wrote something, I was like, whoa, what is that?
What the fuck
But,
is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's been a few years since I've actually done that.
So that's just another tool. Like if you feel overwhelmed like that and you have the time to sit down and say, okay, one at a time, because I find that when I'm able to get it out of here and put it here, I feel better. And they leave me alone. And sometimes I just end up with pages and pages of notes, but I feel better.
That's a good idea because my pages used to be so chaotic. It would be like writing on top of writing, and they would all just be different. So maybe I need to be like one at a time
Yeah.
and just see if I can get through like that. I guess it's time to bring out the notepad again.
I mean, if they're coming across that strongly and it's something that you want to work on, if it's something that you want to practice, then yeah, I would encourage the writing, the sitting down and one at a time. I cannot do everybody at once. I can only listen to one person at a time, and then doing the writing, especially if there's nobody else in the house who you can word vomit at, who can give you validation. So if it's just you by yourself, I feel like the journaling would be a good tool.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah, because I don't want to vent to my kids. I'm like, did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. That might be. There's dead people in our brand new house. Do you see them? Poor kids.
They'll just be like, anyway.
Again, Mom.
Oh my gosh, y'all. It is so funny. I have a 15-year-old daughter and a 13-year-old son. And it is the funniest thing. Like, they are very clairvoyant. They have abilities. They would never say that to anybody because I don't know. I don't know why, but like they sense things and all of that. And I bring in all of my things from the Clairmobile when I'm done investigating.
Mm-hmm.
And they will go through all my shit. And they will bring out like the dowsing rods, and they'll bring out the EMF detector, and they will go all over the house with that thing. And they're like, Pampa, are you here with us?
Oh my goodness.
Make these lights turn on if you're here.
That's so funny.
They are the cutest things, but it's I feel like it's a good thing that I'm able to talk with my kids about it. To do the education, you know?
Yeah.
Because their mom's a medium, you know? And they have heard from other kids at school, like, icky stuff about it. And it's just not the case. And they tell those people, like, that's crap. This is what my mom does. And it's awesome.
Because they know they've been educated.
Yeah. Also, maybe talk with your kids about it. Have you ever sensed anything? Have you ever seen anything out of the corner of your eye?
I know my kids have. They have their stories. But they're also about your kid's age. I have a son who's about to be 15.
Oh, wow.
And I have a daughter. She's 13 and she'll be 14 in April. And then I have an 8-year-old. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I know they've seen stuff. And then my daughter's really into the paranormal too. And she got so excited because they were playing that little game with the pencils at school. She's like, Mom, guess what we did?
Oh my gosh.
What game?
Yes. We used to
What's
do
it
that
called? Charlie?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, you put
We
like
use the
two
pencils
pencils.
like dowsing
There you
rods.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, because the lead in them supposedly will work like a dowsing rod. We used to do that when we were kids. And we'd hold them and they would move.
No,
Really?
it's like, okay, you put one pencil down and then you put another pencil on top. And they'll ask it to spin one way or another.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
Well, that's Charlie, yeah.
Yeah. So she was really excited
and they'll
about
go, Charlie, are you whatever? And like ask questions. It's weird.
Is that like modern day Ouija board? Like, is that what
Basically.
kids are doing in
Yeah, I
in
think
the
so.
schoolhouses
Yeah.
these days?
Yeah.
And you know those places are haunted. You know every
Yes.
one of those bitches are haunted.
Oh, the schools
exactly.
that her kids go to, my
Oh, yeah.
parents have stories.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because my dad actually used to be a security guard for the schools that were right there. And so he he said one time at the Campus West that he heard he saw a window open. So he had to, because he patrolled the outside. He would go inside if he had to. So he would patrol at night while the window was open. And he had to go inside and close the window and then make sure all the windows were closed and then patrol the entire building to make sure that nobody had gotten in. And that while he was doing that, the intercom goes off. Well, then Jen tells me they don't have an intercom.
I don't know if they did a long time ago, but they don't have one.
They don't have one now. They don't have an intercom at all now.
Mm-mm.
But my dad was just telling me this story the other day, how the intercom went off, and that it was at Campus West, and then she was telling me, and then she just stopped and be talking to me and telling me that how his school does not have
So
an
poor.
intercom system. I'm like, wait, what do you mean they don't have an intercom system? Like, my dad's heard their intercom system go off,
Nope.
and there was kids in the office, and you could hear them over the intercom. And then he went, and there was somebody there. And then my mom had the same another experience similar with the intercom system at Kaizen, and that's a middle school that's not running right now. And all these Southside schools, I swear, in San Antonio.
Aren't they the oldest?
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty old, yeah. The teachers have stories too.
I think my
So
dad
it's pretty
went
awesome.
south side somewhere.
And I'm like, my parents went to those schools, so they're pretty old.
Yeah, my daddy was 80 when he passed, so his ass is old. I think he went out there somewhere. I'm not sure where though. But yeah, all those schoolhouses. Oh my gosh, there's this one that I would love to get into here in Palestine. I went to my buddy and his wife's house today, and like we were out in their backyard, and like over the top of their privacy fence, there's this like huge red brick old, I think it was a high school. And like, y'all know that shit's haunted. Like, I think it's like it's kind of abandoned now. Like they turned it into a museum, but then COVID hit and it hasn't opened back up. There might have been an investigation there. I think they sent me a link to it. I haven't read the article yet, but man, I want to get in there so bad.
That would be amazing. Schools are amazing because of all of the energy.
Yeah.
Like
There's a
all of
lot
the
of residual.
imprint of like teenage angst and like little you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I do.
kids energy, like it's just something else. And like that being just like imprinted everywhere, it's just on another level. So that's my theory on why schools in particular are so haunted. Because I have yet to come across a school that has not been riddled with, spirit and all kinds of crazy energy.
Yeah, same.
And I think that's why.
I mean, we are looking at this place for the next Parapalooza. And if that's a place that we can get us into, oh my God.
Y'all are going to have a rush full of investigators.
Yeah.
Attending Parapalooza if you can get that school.
Oh my gosh, the school and then Texas jailhouse. And I mean, there is so much history here, like, and it's freaking sad too. It is sad stuff. The railroad was all through here. I went on my live earlier this morning when I was driving this way, and I mentioned it, but I believe it was my grandfather that died here in Palestine. He was, he was working on the railroad and died out here and got, shipped back to San Antonio. That's where they were from.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, lots of tragedy out here, lots of injustice out here, so much freaking history. So we're looking hard at this place. and hopefully we can get the support of the community and see what we can do around here.
Yes. It sounds like it's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
Robbie and
really
Tracy
hoping
come
you guys-
tomorrow. I'm
Ooh,
pumped.
yay.
Yeah, I can't wait to love on them. They're so cute. They're so cute.
They really are. I love both of them.
Adam says try Jefferson, Texas. What's there? I've never been
Everything.
there.
It's similar.
Everything?
It's like it's a small town. They have a jail. There's a lot there. There's actually an event there this weekend. It's like a paranormal event.
Oh, far out.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on this weekend? There's some kind of paranormal event. Is that in Jefferson?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
No. That I'm thinking of the big paranormal event in March of next year. I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to send y'all the link. Hell, y'all might have been the ones that posted the link. Like y'all are all I see on my news feed now and on Facebook especially. Yeah. So if y'all get blown up with like hearts and all of that,
I see
y'all are
that.
the only ones showing up in my algorithm. So
That's the idea. Like I said, we actually have someone helping us with that, which amazing because we've been so overwhelmed lately. History, Haunts, and Legends in Jefferson, Texas is what's going on this weekend.
Haunts and Legends. Sounds like our type of deal.
It really is. It really is. I'm sad that we didn't get to go, but I have that wedding this weekend, and
Maybe.
Jen has her stuff. And
Maybe.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna send love and lots of prayers.
Yes, please. Yes, please. No, we're gonna go. It's Harry Potter themed, so
Stop.
yeah.
Y'all, I'm still waiting for my Hogwarts letter. Life-changing Harry Potter for me.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we are at 9:30. So I guess we gotta wrap it up. But please, if you can, let everybody know where they can find you.
There you go. I was about to say that.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I am the most on Facebook. Call Me Clair is my Facebook page. And if you want to get a hold of me, just send me a Facebook message. And I tend to get to them pretty quickly. So there's Facebook, Call Me Clair. On Instagram, I am at call.me.clair. And I'm on TikTok as well, the same as my Instagram handle.
Yeah.
What else do I have, y'all? I do have a YouTube channel, Call Me Clair. I am really trying hard to utilize it. I'll just leave it at that. And you can go to callmeclair.com for my website.
Sounds awesome.
Thanks so much for having me on, y'all.
No,
Thanks
of
for
course,
being
of
on.
course. Yes, thanks for being on. I feel like we still have so much more to talk about, but
Oh, for sure.
we can put it on another day. And thank you for helping us with our stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely. It was an absolute pleasure.
So guys,
And-
don't forget to like, follow, and share. Find Call Me Clair on all the socials. Go subscribe to her YouTube. And definitely subscribe to ours. We need it as well.
Yeah, subscribe to our YouTube.
Subscribe. We need you to subscribe.
Subscribe and
Fo-
notification
follow
like
us.
Adam. Yes. And like Adam said, we'll be seeing him next month. We're gonna have an investigation. And so we'll be sharing details on that soon. And then we actually have two things booked in December. Which is like unheard of for us because we usually do like one thing every 6
Blue moon.
months.
One thing every 6 months? Is that what
No.
you said?
I'm just being dramatic. Like
Okay.
I think that's what it is though. once
It's
like
like
every 6 months.
3
It feels like it.
months. Like, yeah, it's with between the children. I can't even keep them out of the room. I mean, they're both rolling around on my floor, like between the kids and everything. Yeah, and we got to investigate with Jen and Jesse. So we're trying. We're getting there. We have 2 things in December, and so we'll be announcing that soon. And we just can't wait to see what you have in store and see that announcement for the next Parapalooza.
Can't wait to bring it to y'all. I'll keep in touch. Let you know.
Perfect. And we got to
Definitely.
get information on your retreats too.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. Stay
Okay,
on. Stay on.
You stay on here.
Okay.
You stay
All
on.
right. But
All right,
YouTube.
everybody. Bye, guys.
Oh wait, hold on. Look, I'm gonna do this thingy. Bye.
Cool. Are we still? We're still live.
Now we're